I'm coming into the polyhouse this morning to do a little bit of trimming and checking for side shoots and things like that. So I thought I'd bring you in with me. So we'll start in this corner. So I've got a couple of cucumbers, a mini munch, a couple of mini munches, and a melon, a sugar baby. I've also got another that I've kept back in my grow tent in the house. So this has been put out a little bit sacrificial like, just to see what it would do. There is a tiny little melon fruit, but whether that's been pollinated or not, I could have missed it. I did try a bit of hand pollination with it. We'll see, I guess. So yeah, some mini munches. We've got some fruits showing down there. And then I've got a little aubergine. This is pinstripe. There's such beautiful flowers. Spiky, but beautiful. And I'm going to have to give this a little trim so we can get some more sun to this pepper. Starting to see some action there. With peppers and chilies, I don't worry too much about pulling the flowers off. I've got loads of plants. I know doing that might encourage a little bit more stronger growth in the plant itself. I'm just not that good at maintaining, being on top of things, so I just don't worry about it. So I've got 17 tomatoes in the polyhouse. They're all cordon varieties. I've got some sun gold. This is sun gold, of course. Off to a flying start, just as last year. I think getting my tomatoes to this stage so early, I have to be aware that there's not so many pollinators about, so you know, I plant extra pollinators. I keep things in, like this brassica. I'll just show you this brassica here that's flowered. Anything like that I can keep around nice and early for the pollinators, I do. So I do consider it. There we go. So yep, tomatoes. Ooh, look at that one. So that is pink Berkeley tie-dye. That's going to be a nice one, hopefully. And some of them, like this one, I think was a side shoot. So I've snipped it off now. It's a little late, just to keep it under control. That's Alice's Dream. So I've staggered them a little, as you can see from the planting in the ground. I've got 2 wires running across the top of the polyhouse. So just to give them a little bit of room, I've staggered them this year. I think I had 18 in a straight line last year, with lots and lots of chili plants. So this is actually not crowded compared to last year. This is Ananas Noir. And then we've got a red cherry. The red cherry, just called red cherry, were a fantastic cherry tomato for me last year. Sweet Million. And this is Lucid Gem. When I see flowers like this, I wonder if they're going to be quite cat-faced. It's fascinating watching things grow, isn't it? Another aubergine that I'm going to plant outside. My outside aubergines did well last year, so I put them out sort of sacrificial like, just extra plants, and they actually did better than what I had in the polyhouse. So Super Marmande. And I've got Burpless Tasty Green and a gherkin here that I think I'm just checking it's happy here before I plant it in. But I've got a gherkin already. Now, look at that. Fantastic. A gherkin already. I've got some Burpless Tasty Green. Again, when I see a male and female flower, I'm doing the hand pollination myself. So that's looking alright. Sowing this early isn't for everybody, I get that, but as I have said before, last year I had all my tomatoes ripened on vine, and they were available to me between May and September, which is when I'm outdoor eating tomatoes on sourdough. So that's when I want my tomatoes to be ripe and ready, and that's why I go to this extra early effort. So I'm really, really pleased. Right, I better get some trimming done.